Hi everybody, Paul here from Hill Country Rings. Today we're going to be using the wood from an M1 Garand, from the stock of an M1 Garand, and making an inlay on Damascus Steel. And this is going to be an offset inlay, so it's going to look pretty cool. So let's go in the shop. So we've got the stock of an M1 Garand, and I've already cut a piece out of it. And going to use that for an inlay, and we're going to be inlaying that into Damascus Steel. And this will be a offset inlay where the inlay is not centered. It's kind of over to the side. And this is Damascus Steel is it's a pretty ancient technique, and it's where they take multiple pieces of metal, different metals, and forge them or forge weld them together and make the steel. And it's really used a lot for swords and for knives, and it just makes a beautiful ring. It has this pattern, and you see that pattern goes all the way through to the inside. It's not just like stamped on. This is multiple pieces of metal that have been forged together, so it really makes a really cool ring. So we're going to go ahead and take this piece of wood here and measure the inlay and put this on the lathe, and we're going to smooth them out. Then we're going to bore them out to fit, and then make him where he'll fit into that inlay channel. So let's get started on that process. Well, this channel is about 22.5 millimeters. So I got a 22 millimeter Forstner bit checked up. Got this piece of wood checked up over here. And we are going to go ahead and bore him out. So let's go ahead and bore him. Bore him to tears. That's a lathe joke. Alright. Now, this is 22 millimeters, maybe a little bit bigger. But we're going to go ahead and put a boring bit on. I'm going to chuck him up on our tool post here. And then we're going to go in and we're going to pull this way and make him a little bigger. We're going to touch off, use our DRO, our digital readout here, and we'll zero him out when we touch off, and then we'll pull him this way about a quarter of a millimeter. That'll give us a half millimeter. That'll be that 22.5. So we go ahead and touch off, and then we set him to 0 and pull him this way 0.25. When we hear him touch, we zero him, pull him out, go 0.25, and then we'll go this way. Doesn't take much. It does not take much. The actual inlay is about 2.5 millimeters. Actually, probably about 2.47, so right at almost 2.5. So we are going to go all the way in with the boring bit to the back of the wood, come out about 2.5 millimeters, and then bore that way, and they'll flatten off here and leave us with 2.5 millimeters of wood that'll go around the inlay of that core. Go all the way back, Just peek out. Just want to peek out. We set our other DRO. We come back 2.5. And then we go this way. Now the bandsaw, we're going to cut some relief cuts so we can break him. Now we just break him right there. This will put him around that inlay. Boop, just like that. See how he fits. I might need to do a little bit of sanding, but that's okay. But I really have a tight fit that we can sand and get it just right. Just a tiny bit of sanding. There we go. There we go. The hole is just a little bit small, so we're going to do a little bit of sanding on the spindle sander. Does not take much. Alright, let's go ahead and clean the wood with denatured alcohol and then the metal. Clean that off. And then the inlay channel. Just make sure that there's no oils or whatever in there. Looks pretty clean. Alrighty. Now, what we do is we do a little bit of two-part epoxy. And this one we need to be real careful. We try not to get any of it on the Damascus steel, because cleaning that off is a pain. If I get any on the inside of the ring or whatever. Go ahead and mix that up. I've got some of the shavings or the sandings to make that kind of tint, that epoxy. It's kind of the same color as the wood. Okay, so put some on the wood, just a tiny bit. And we put it on this side. And we put it in the channel. And this is a tiny little channel too. So we want to be really careful and just get it into that channel, not all over the ring. We're going to make sure we get it all in the channel. We don't want any air pockets or dry spots. Make sure we get it good in that channel all the way around. Alright. Got him all the way around there. Alright, now we just put the wood in that channel. And get it in there. Give him a little bit of spin just to get him good and so we know he's good and bonded. Okay. Now we put a little clamp on it just to hold him steady. Just to hold him good and steady. Alrighty, now we just let him cure overnight. Alright, it's the next day and the two-part epoxy is nice and cured. So let's go ahead and cut the excess off around this Damascus steel with this M1 Garand wood, and then we'll put them on the lathe, turn them down to shape, make them nice and then we'll put some finish on and make them nice and pretty. So let's go ahead and start that. In case you're wondering what I use to apply the finish to a ring, it's not just cut off strips from a cheap shop towel. It's special, patented, imported tool, impregnated with secrets, some stuff. Yeah, $19.95 on the website each. Alright, now we're gonna hit the ring with about a 800 grit sandpaper just to smooth him down, any bumps or anything in the finish. Then we're going to hit him with the scratch free and then the polishing compound 1, 2, and 3, and then the diamond finishing compound. And we're going to put this on using a Shop Secret patented jeweler's tool, $29.95 on the website. Well, here is what's left of that M1 Garand stock, and here is the ring that I made from it on Damascus Steel, and it came out really nice. You can see that, but it really shows the artistry of that Damascus. It's a little finicky to work with, but oh, it makes a really beautiful ring. So if you would like a ring made from an M1 Garand on Damascus steel, titanium, tungsten, black ceramic, or regular stainless steel, or a ring from some other heritage or legacy woods, check out hillcountryrings.com. I make rings from, of course, M1 Garand stocks, the decks of battleships, from Major League Baseball bats. Drop me a line if you'd like to see me make something really special, and if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would really help the channel. And in the meantime, I'd love to make a ring for you. Thanks, everybody.